Hey, how's it going, everyone? Looks like I missed a few days. The only thing I really missed is the the important weekly review. But shoot, hang on. Technical difficulties. Anyways, I didn't. I was looking over stuff, and looks like I really didn't miss anything. Had a busy weekend, so I just took a couple days for myself and didn't do squat for nobody. Just relaxed and. Yeah, let's get to it. Looks like the dollar's still struggling after the breakdown. Looks like it tried and is trying to get back into resistance, which hasn't happened yet. One thing to notice, if it doesn't go back into resistance and decides to break previous lows like it looks like it wants to, that means I'm double bearish, because usually the natural course goes back in to resistance and then falls over. Well, this one cracked down, tried, did a little half swing back into resistance, and now it looks like it's falling over, which doesn't bode well for my experience. It cracked down across the 34. It should have came all the way back into the 34, especially when that 8 crosses down. But it's not doing that. And if it doesn't, and it ends up breaking on a close below previous lows, I'm thinking it's double bearish, and this support line is not going to hold. So still bearish on it though, even though we could go back into resistance. It looks like it's been below resistance for a while now. This is a weekly chart, and it just doesn't look like it wants to rebound at all. The full swing on the bearish retracement, allowing it to fall over. Looks like it's just got momentum, and it's going to take some sharp swings. We'll see. But still bearish, obviously. And look at that rejection right there on the daily chart. Doesn't look good for the dollar. Does not look good. S&P, let's crack through this real quick. First day back, I want to get back in the swing of things. Looks like we broke previous highs on the S&P just slightly. Then we came back into support. Watch for the head fakes. Watch for the whipsaws. That's a pretty flimsy breakout so far. Just popped its head up and then came back into support. That support's very slight, as this thing's been going up for years. And a retracement back in 2009. Retracement. I think during the election, right around, I think I remember this spot right here. I had some options set forth on the coal industry if what's his name, Romney, was going to win. The coal miners were all lined up ready to pop, and I lost a bunch of money right there. That was the last day I traded during the election. Ended up just calling it quits because it seemed like everything's fake. Stock market, politics, everything, even the money we play with. So it looks like we got support, but you know, my bias is bearish, and I don't understand why it's still up here like this. So watch for the whipsaw. Watch for that crazy action down. Maybe a gap through support lines, and then running. But it's above support, so I can't say that. It's building, still building. VIX is down in the dumps. Looks like an inverted hammer here, so it's getting ready for something. Weekly charts. Looks like we poked our head up here and came back in. That's looking a little whipsawness, hanging over the top and then back under. And we got a cross on the 8. It's going to need a lot more power to get through that resistance, it looks like. Dow Jones looking for another whipsaw. Over resistance, back through. Support didn't hold. Look for the crack coming down. Looks like NASDAQ made a new high for this week. Closing on its high last week. It's just laughable. Look how straight that thing is. It's a classic pump and dump. Oh, all the retail is going bankrupt. All the malls shutting down. And these evaluations are way too. There's got to be some kind of inflation, something going on. The dollar's down. These things should be following. Seems like to me. I don't know. I could be wrong. Nah, scratch that. I'm not wrong. Crude's just lingering. See what I mean? I mean, nothing's changed. I mean, 6 days ago, it looks like the same. I got no comment. It's just hovering around support. Came down, tested support lines, came back through. Now it's coming back in, but it's doing a consolidation over the 34. That's what we're looking for. That's what we desire. Those moves across the 34, back into the 34, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, pop. So it's got a lot of work to do. This is a weekly chart. This could go on for weeks, months, a year. Could be 52 candles in here before it gets to the end of the price range or the price pattern. We can also move this down a little bit to get a little snug. Let's stay above that line next time. So we can stay in this area for a while, get really wound up and see where we're going to go. Just like anything though, if it doesn't break in a certain amount of time, momentum dies and it just comes back in. So watch for that. I don't even have a full screen, do I? Let's do a full screen. Nikkei. Weekly close is above support, so it's climbing, it's trying. Popped above, came back in, now it's consolidating. It's looking like a little bearishness right there. Wasn't I bullish on this? Yeah, I think I was. I was bullish on coal before that little mishap. Looks like a nice classic rejection at the 34. It's coming down, testing support lines. It could just whipsaw back for the rest of the week, so watch that. What I mean is this can go back under and then close above for the weekly close, which is tomorrow. But if this closes below the trend or that little support line, it's liable to come back into the next line of support, following through the range into the next line of support, which makes it perfect for this low and this high, little balance point coming in right around 29.50, I guess. But that looks bearish from here. 10-year coming into support. Looks like a little rejection off that 8. Nice pop across, came back in. Working off a double top. That top pattern broke down, came back in, rejected. Look for previous low breaks, coming back into support, maybe hold at 50% of the previous candle. I got gap support as well. Top of the gap, bottom of the gap, 50% rule, all the way down to the previous breaks. Because that looks like a double top into support, back into resistance, got rejected. Closing on its lows, looks like momentum's gonna carry. Look for previous lows, previous gaps, 50% rule on the long green candles, or red. Shanghai. Looks like a double bottom formed there. Nice bottom, came into support, climb, 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 double top. Came through into resistance. That's the bearish retracement. Double topped, came down, came back in. That's the bearish retracement on the weekly chart. It's a nice hammer in there though, so watch out as this might just gain momentum and pop across that 34 one more time. Nice little hammer. Perfect, as a matter of fact. There's another hammer right there. 2-bar pattern called it all. Down the dumps. Yeah, looks like it could be bullish. I got a higher low off a double bottom. Looks like it might pop across. Look for previous low breaks. But it looks like it's got momentum. Got a reversal bar coming back into resistance, got rejected, but just came back into support. So it looks like it's building on the weekly chart. Gold. Above 1260. That's what I'm talking about. Here comes gold. All this talk about Bitcoin, gold better pick up the pace. Bitgold is at $2,300. Gold's at, something wrong with us. This whole system is just going to crack under pressure, under its own weight, no less. So we had nice consolidation over the 34. It looks like it's pumping. Cross, pump, pump. Got the double pump. Right over the 34. Look for a flat top break coming in at 1,300. Then we'll talk. Looks bullish for tomorrow. Well, let's check. Let's just check. Yeah, it looks bullish. Nice consolidation here. Look for the previous high breaks. Let's take out that top. 1,300, here we come. 1,300, no whammies. Let's see, can I get a measured move somewhere? Let me see. Let's talk it's the top of the pattern to the bottom of the pattern. Let's do that. Could be wrong. Don't judge me. I like that spot. So 1,300 crack could get us to 1,350, which is the previous high break. From this to there, if we get 1,350 crack, we could get 1,700, which will bring us into these previous lows. 50% rule on the previous lows before that. Amazing how that works. I don't think my video is coming in too well. Why is it doing that? I got digital internet at work. It shouldn't be doing. Let's see. Let me get rid of some windows. Maybe I got some problems here. Hang on a second. Take care of a lot of these windows. Let's see here. Let's take care of that window and that window. Still blurry. It's not one thing, it's another. Why is it blurry? Oh my God. All right, so gold is bullish. I'm bullish on gold. I hate to think I have to go back to screencasting. Can't do this live. It's retarded. Oh well, let's just finish. I'll have to deal with the problems later. So we're still bullish on gold. This is a weekly chart. Daily chart looks like a previous high break is coming. Boom, 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 boom. Look at the 2-bar pattern over, pop across, coming back in. Pop. How's that? It's coming. Silver over 34. Nice. All right, look for some kind of retracement back into support. If it goes sideways for a good amount of time, that's good enough for me. But when you have a rise like that, it needs to come back in to gather its legs, a little opposing point so we can gather a trend. So there's the 8. I'm thinking it's going to come back into the 13. But it looks like crossing the 8 and 13, came back into support, previous high break, build all the way over and under, and then closing above for the daily. Looks bullish. Just look for those retracements. Could be short and sweet. I can't believe my video is not coming through right. What is going on? I think YouTube figured out I don't like them very much. It's horrible. There it is. How come it's not? Oh my God. All right, so now I got a crisp, I don't know what's going on. It's retarded. Sorry for the blurriness. I'm waiting for my video to get clear before I move on, but it doesn't want to get clear. Weekly chart. We had a 2-bar reversal there, came all the way back into support, made a higher low, which was beautiful. 3-bar pattern. Now we're at resistance right now on the weekly chart. Need a pop across tomorrow, come back into support maybe. Let's get above this range here. Let's call it, let's just say 750 and above. We still on silver need to take out 1850, which was that previous top. So that flat top break, we'll have a 3 times break, flat top. And could be a nice one. It's coming. Copper. Looks like it's just stepping into support. That 34, it looks like it touched. Look for a break across that trend line. Going to the upside. Nice consolidation, nice wave consolidation over the 34 on copper weekly chart. Steel. Looks like it's going sideways now. The bleeding is done. Look for the bearish retracement back into resistance. Could get a pop into resistance and then watch it fall over. It's happened many times. Looks like Bitcoin. It's an hourly chart. Where are we at? We're at a previous high break coming. Nice cup and handle. Cup and handle. That's 60-minute chart. Bitcoin. Nice consolidation over the 34. Everyone called this a bubble. I don't think so. It's got support. Looks like it's going to go for another run. On the next run, watch for the lower high. Watch for the double top. And then sell into resistance. Buy back at support. And watch it break. I mean, this thing could fall apart at any second, but it looks like it's building. Looks like it's doing good. It's no bubble. Came from, let's call it 2760 all the way down to 1855. And you remember the measured move was 2100. So it broke all that, hit something, and came back and closed above that 18 or that 2100 and just started building from there again. So it broke into the second measured move, came back through into the first measured move, closed above it, and started building again. Love the way these cryptocurrencies move. And my video sucks because it's blurry. I don't understand what's going on. Bear with me. I'll make sure that doesn't happen tomorrow. Really sucks though. Looks like 73 ounces of silver per 1 ounce of gold. And silver's still a better buy compared to Bitcoin. JDST looks like it's building. And I don't see how, if gold and silver on the equity side is building. Maybe because the miners are dead. Let me see what happened to the miners. No, miner, GDX, building. That's a 4-hour chart. We got some building going on over the 34. So it's just consolidating sideways. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. GDXJ. That could break down. That's a bearish retracement in the works. See the breakdown here, back into resistance, got rejected. That's a bearish retracement. Look for previous low breaks on GDX. Let's take a closer look on GDX. Or that one was GDXJ. Looks like I got a lower high, 2-bar pattern, broke through, came in. Yeah, I guess so. Taking a closer look. Looks like the miners want to come back in. That's a bearish retracement right there. Nuggets high and tight there. Nuggets consolidating nicely in there. Nuggets doing all right. I'm not seeing any reason why that is needed to fall over like GDX and GDXJ. JNUG still swimming in a deep ocean of contracts. Looks like they printed enough contracts for everyone to buy a contract, and no one is. Lots of sales coming in on them. Yeah, they fricked this thing up, didn't they? JNUG was the hottest thing running until they screwed it up. It's just a bunch of bankers. Looks like JNUG is cutting some trouble here. Back through into resistance. Watch for previous low breaks. So that's having some trouble. AG. Still holding its own. Higher lows, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's got a little pattern forming. Got a reverse head and shoulders there, but then all of this is extra meat and it needs to be trimmed off. Remember the longer it waits to make a move across that 34, it's likely to fall over. I got a 2-bar pattern there, into resistance, got rejected. 2-bar inverted hammer here, into resistance, got rejected. Support, support. Look for it to come in for support again. Gather its legs and try again. See how tight we can get it into that little frame before it pops. NAK, got rejected. Still at support on the weekly chart though. Uranium, oh, that got clobbered. Nice little balance point there from the lows to the high. Broke down, came in, bearish retraced. Broke down, came in. That's a bearish retrace. Allowing it to fall over. That looks bearish unless it closes a higher low and then crosses, because this has been pulled back pretty hard and fast. Came into resistance, got rejected, but watch this lower high, higher low, excuse me, higher low, and then watch the crack across that resistance line. Could be a double bottom forming. So watch that closely. UEC. UEC. It's like we had a pump action a few weeks ago, but nothing since. It's been retracing back into support. Nothing yet. Watch previous high breaks. Watch for previous low breaks, as it did come all the way back into support. Bam, there. Watch the support buys. Support buys are the best buys. Looks like that opened down today and came back through, making that a bullish piercing pattern. So it looks like we might get a turn on URRE. Apple, I think it's through the roof. Oh, look at that. I got 2-bar pattern on the weekly. Watch out below. And looks like for this week, we're forming a falling star. It's more of a spinning top. We got to hold 50% rule on this candle. Let's hold it there. There's your support before momentum dies. That's the 50% rule. The previous candle, 50% and above, your momentum's intact. If this breaks down all the way back down in here, it could take a bearish retracement back into resistance and fall over. So keep the momentum when those high rises come. I think that's it. And I don't think my video came through very well. I'm gonna have to clear out my cookies and do all this and that for tomorrow. I'll do a better video tomorrow. It looks very cracky. Don't be mad at me. Anyways, sorry for the break. I needed it, and I'm back. I won't forget about you. But if you guys are interested in trading Bitcoins, let me know. It's off the hook, believe me. Like 6 days, six days I left over here, nothing happened. Over there, it seems like something's happened every 10 minutes. And things break out, they consolidate, you buy back, ba-bam, ba-bam. I think last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I was trading one cryptocurrency. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what they do. I have no idea. BTM cryptocurrency. I traded it. It broke out. In and out, in and out. I traded the heck out of it. I was like a king trader for the 3 days. Anyways, I traded one stock for the whole weekend, and I made a bunch of money on one stock. These things move. They're fun. And they follow the rules. There's no jackass sitting on the bid, holding it down, or gobbling up all the shares, or sitting on the ass holding it down, gobbling up all the shares. There's no big brokers what do you call it when you put your orders, when the broker puts their order in before yours? They front run it. There's no front running. There's none of this crap. None of these games that the big boys play. It's a level playing field, it seems to me. And it's a lot of fun. If you like trading, you want to start trading these things. It's a hell of a lot of fun. So I'll see ya. Sorry for the shitty video. I don't understand it. It was fine and then nothing. It's all faded, out of focus. It's retarded. Thanks, YouTube. I'll see ya.